Disrupt yourself or be disrupted with Nikki Verd, a kick-ass author, international keynote speaker, digital knowledge amplifier, and a voice for those who yearn to reinvent themselves.
A lot of times, the older generation, they think they are helping by voting for the ANC, but in actual fact, they're not doing young people a favor.
Absolutely.
They are killing young people.
Right.
So young people are starting to conscientize to say, hold on, this is what we're doing and this is how we need to be doing it. And one of the things that we've realized about the fourth industrial revolution is it's been able to change so many countries. You look at a country like Singapore, the changes they've experienced. I mean, there was, not to be rude, but allow me to say this, there's nothing special about Singapore. In fact, there's no wealth that they have on the ground. We as South Africans have much more than they could ever think of having. Yet with so little, they've changed everything through technology. And we're saying we have so much. It's time we also do the same.
Absolutely.
I think when you look at countries like Dubai, the one thing that Dubai did quite beautifully was the fact that they had a vision for the country.
Right.
You look at South Africa and you really look at what is the vision. Your heart almost wants to bleed.
Right.
In Dubai, they knew that, okay, cool, Abu Dhabi, we've got some oil in Abu Dhabi, but they knew that that oil was never going to sustain them forever. So they really sat down and said, how do we use our oil to build new industries? Can we build a country where the whole world will want to come and do business and also have fun? Tourism and a business sector. Can we use what we have to build a new industry that will bring us more money in the future? They used their oil to build them this new city. We have so many minerals. What are we building? What's the vision? What are we building with what we've got? Because Dubai only had oil, by the way. We do have oil here in South Africa. We've got gold, platinum, vanadium, manganese, chromium. What are we building? And that becomes a very big issue because what they did in Dubai, they focused on 6 priority sectors with their oil. They looked at renewable energy, aviation, healthcare, transport, education, and water. And they went in there and they really strategically invested to make sure that those industries become what they are today. You go to Dubai, you look at any of these industries, perfect, because they were strategic in planning. What's our strategy in South Africa? Because this is a country that started the race. Remember when I started, I said that if you're running a race, a 400-meter race, this is a country that started way behind us. They caught up and they overtook.
Absolutely.
And they had much less than us. So that's one of the things that's a very big issue for me. And now they are now emphasizing innovation and research. That's become the new emphasis to say, let's innovate. Let's do more research. I went to the Museum of the Future there in Dubai, and that's the whole culture there. Everybody's saying, let's innovate, let's do more. Let's go back to understanding where the issues lie in terms of digitization, right? In South Africa, corruption is a thread in government. The country loses about 300 billion per year to corruption, right? Digitization kills corruption.
Of course.
Let's go to the policing system. You go and you open up a case in the police system, open up a case, everything is written, your docket is there. If I go and open a case after you and I say, please prioritize my case, here's 100 Rand. There's no digital system that will ever show that my case was not prioritized. Yours could even get lost. The docket is lost or the docket is stolen. There's a corrupt thread that helps everybody release the docket and make sure that they keep getting money. If I'm writing a digital ticket, immediately my digital camera snaps your high speed. I'm now writing a digital ticket based on that high speed. I cannot fold that ticket and take a bribe because that digitization has caught it through. The issue of South Africa is not that we don't want to digitize or we don't know how to digitize. We told the government to digitize as members of the Fourth Industrial Revolution Commission. The problem is digitization steals that 300 billion that they're enjoying every year for corruption. So the reason why the government is not digitizing their systems is corruption. We've stopped telling the truth about things. It's corruption. It's the fact that they want to be able to pull out your paper. They want to be able to take a bribe when you're driving.
Right.
They want to be able to do all these things because of corruption.
Right.
It's not because the systems are not available.
Right.
That's the reason they don't want Starlink to come to South Africa, because they know that if every government institution has internet, when are they going to say the system is offline? By the way, every time the system is offline, there's someone deployed to come and put it back online. Check the amounts of those tenders. So the fabric of South African government is corruption, and digitization fights corruption. How are we going to eat if the system is no longer going offline?
That's such a powerful statement. Digitization fights corruption.
The reason why many systems in South Africa don't work is because there are people who benefit from those systems. Even if you look at load shedding, a simple thing like electricity, there are people who are benefiting from that electricity not working. And the problem is, because those people saw that the head of the country was found with funds in his couch, unexplainable, millions of dollars, it flows from the head straight down. There's no disciplinarian who can say stop it, because all of them from the top are in the same thing. Because if you are found with dollars in your couch that you could not explain, and you tell me to not collect my own cash as bribes, I look at you and I say, can you start by explaining yours? So we have a leader that cannot discipline the people because the leader themselves was found in an ill-disciplined way. And as a result of that, the big problem continues. To say everybody who submits under that leader will be ill-disciplined because things flow from the head. That's how things work. If you're a spiritual person, you understand that your spiritual covering will dictate how your life continues. That's how things flow. So things are flowing from the rotten head and they're flowing down. And what we're seeing everywhere else is that it's rot. It's rot. It's rot. Because there cannot be any discipline if you're found with your pants down and you cannot explain why they were down.
Of course.
Because the next person you want to discipline will say, I helped you cover up your pants. And as a result of that, we're seeing that rot continue. And that's why it's important to take a young person who has no interest in any of those things, but has interest in technology, to run and make sure that our technology is right. Because through our technology being right, our country will become right.
Absolutely.
Disrupting yourself is the key to progress and growth in the world of disruptive technologies.